Hello, this is Victor and I'm going to do a video to review the Imperial Knights. First of all, this is the last unit that is put in the market by Games Workshop, and all the rules at this moment are in the last White Dwarf Visions number 4. So let's make a look first to the generic rules. So Imperial Knights can be filled as a main detachment, or they can be filled as a secondary detachment. So as a primary detachment you can fill 5 of them, and as a secondary detachment you can fill 3 of them. They are all super heavy walkers and both have 6 hull points. So the first thing I see here is, if you take Imperial Knights as your main detachment, you might need or you should be using allies, because Imperial Knights only have weapons that can hit ground vehicles or ground units. They don't have weapons that are efficient against flyers. You can use the heavy stabber against flying monstrous creatures and try to ground it, but against any vehicle that is flying, you don't have any weapon that can damage them. So I see more using the Imperial Knights as a secondary detachment, as allies, and then use your main detachment and use 1 or maybe 2 Imperial Knights as a super heavy support vehicle. So we will see that there are 2 options for the Imperial Knights. One is the Knight Paladin and the other one is the Knight Errant. And the main difference is on the main shooting weapon. So in the case of the Knight Paladin, we have the rapid fire battle cannon, that is 2 shots of battle cannon. And in the case of the Knight Errant, we have the thermal gun, that is a melta weapon that have a blast. So let's look first on the stats, and then we'll see the differences. We analyze the difference between the two Imperial Knights. So the Knight Paladin, and both have the same stats. They have weapon skill 4, ballistic skill 4, strength 10, and then front armor 13, side armor 12, rear armor 12, initiative 4, 3 attacks, 6 hull points. Okay, and then they have a special rule. Well, they have a type of shield that they can orientate at the beginning of the enemy shooting phase, that is giving 4+ to that side during the shooting phase. 4+ invulnerable save. So having 13 on the front armor and 12 on the side and rear armor is quite good, but this is not outstanding armor. So weapons from strength 7 can start doing glancing on them, and even missile launchers can do damage on the knight. The other thing is that they have the shield, so this means that in one direction half of your weapons will be neutralized by the shield. So this is making this together with the 6 hull points is making the vehicle quite resilient, and it's going to be able to resist quite a lot of shooting from you, especially if you're shooting from the side where the shield is placed. Also, you have to take into account that this is a super heavy vehicle, so the pain hits will not kill him automatically, will cause these 3 loss of hull points, and he will ignore any other result in a penetrating hit. Let's analyze a little bit the shooting power of these new vehicles. First, the Knight Paladin. This is specialized especially against infantry. They have 2 heavy stabbers, that is a strength 4 AP6, and then it has a rapid fire battle cannon. So a rapid fire battle cannon is the same as a battle cannon, but is doing 2 shots, 2 ordnance shots instead of 1. First of all, you cannot benefit from the special rule of firing at different targets because the two shoots of the battle cannon goes onto the same squad. So this means that if you are hitting a squad that have no cover with this rapid battle cannon, most likely you will disseminate this squad. But against infantry and cover, or against Terminator, for example, this is not that efficient. So it have quite a good firepower, but two Lemon Roos will have more firepower than the Knight Paladin. The other one, the Knight Errant, instead of having the rapid fire battle cannon, have a melta shot. It's a strength 9 and the distance is 36 inches and it's melta, so it's a strength 9 AP1 melta. So that means that it's quite good killing vehicles, and it's also very good killing heavy infantry. So with the strength 9, also multiple infantry with multiple wounds that have toughness 4 will be instant killed by this weapon. So they have weapons that are quite powerful, but this one heavy blast or two heavy blasts on the same squad, and then you have this heavy stabber that is nothing from the other side. So 8 shots of strength 4 is not something amazing. So in shooting, yeah, I don't think they are a big threat in the shooting. It's not a bigger threat than can be 2 Lemon Roos, or can be 1 Lemon Roos, or can be a Riptide. Riptide today can do even more damage than one of these Knights or one of these Imperial Knights. 2 Lemon Roos will do the same damage. 2 Demolisher will do similar damage. So I don't see a special killing power that are very powerful at distance. But they are walkers, so this means that they also can engage in close combat. And in close combat, they have a D weapon. Okay, the first time you listen D weapon, it sounds, oh, this is going to kill everything. But we have to take into account that it has only 3 attacks, 4 if it's charging, and most likely it will charge because it has movement 12, so it's quite fast on the battlefield. The point here, if the Knight is engaging a unit that cannot penetrate armor 13, then he killed the unit quite fast, because a part of the 3 or 4 attacks, depending if it's charging, of this strength, they will also do the stomp attack. This means that they will be put a template of 3 inches in base contact with the base of the walker, and then you will have an effect below that. 1, nothing happens. With a 6, you receive a strength 6 AP4 attacks, and then if you have a 6, so from 2 to 4 you have a strength 6 AP4 attacks, and then if you throw a 6, you have you remove the model from the game. So in close combat can be dangerous, but some units specialize in close combat, especially if they have power fist, or if they have a chain fist, or melta bombs, or highway grenades. They will be able to do also heavy damage on the Imperial Knight. So how I see this Imperial Knight to be used in the battlefield? For me, these Imperial Knights are like a big dreadnought. Okay, it's a unit that it will be good to kill infantry that is in open field, or to kill marines, because you have, especially if you have the 2 shots of strength 8 AP3. And then in close combat, I see them good to kill monstrous creature, or to kill independent characters. Against infantry, they can do a lot of damage, but you also can get stuck. For example, if you attack in 10 marines, you can get stuck there 2 or 3 turns, because you will kill with weapon skill 4. Most likely you will kill 2 of these space marines, 2 or 1, depending if you have 3 or 4 attacks. and then in the Stompa maybe you kill a couple more, and the Space Marines, if they have a sergeant with Melta Bomb or a sergeant with Power Fist, can also damage you in return. And in case that they run away, they have they shall feel they shall know no fear, what means that they will regroup in the next turn and they will be ready to shoot you again, or maybe charge because maybe they are safer in close combat with you. On the other side, if you assault other vehicles or you attack some ground vehicles, they will die because the weapon is doing a minimum a penetrating hit on a vehicle, and a 2+ you kill a vehicles. So if you have a Land Rider that is in the range of your assault, I recommend you to assault them because you will kill the Land Rider quite easily. Now let's see how we can counter the Knights. So Knights, as you see, they are quite strong and they're quite resistant at distance because they have the shield. So one thing you should do is try to see if you can shoot a Knight from different angles. So if you put all the shooting in the same side, most likely he will put the field in that side, and then you will lose half of your shooting. On the other side, if you are able to attack from two different angles, it only can put the shield in one side. You also have to take into account that penetrating hit, if you are lucky, you will add, or you will make to lose D3 more hull points, but it will not kill him automatically. So you have to have quite a lot of shooting to ensure that you do enough glancing and pens to kill the vehicle by eliminating the 6 hull points. On the other side, I think that units specialized in tank hunting in close combat can be very dreadful for the Imperial Knights. For example, witches with high-wire grenades. They can kill a knight quite easily. Or veteran units with Melta and Melta bombs. If you are able to deploy them by using a vendetta close to the knights, you can use them also to try to assault or to use the Melta guns at short range. This combined with the vendetta can do quite big damage to the knights. So as you see, I think the best options are, for me, if you can engage them in close combat. If they come to you to kill your units in close combat, keep your veterans at the backward. Once they are engaged with your units, you can throw the veterans with Melta bombs and then Melta bomb the Imperial Knight. So they are not unkillable, and they cost 360 points. For that points, you can feel a lot of things. Especially, for example, 20 witches with high-wire knights are costing 240 points. So you still have points for all type of units. You also can use, I don't know, I think the best option is concentrate fire from different angles, or try to find a unit with Melta bombs, high-wire grenades or similar that can engage them in close combat. It will kill maybe one or two of your infantry, but then in return, if you are well equipped, you will destroy the Imperial Knight in one turn. So, and that's all what I want to show about the Imperial Knights. I think the review is, you like this review, and thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye!